Pony, it's Fluttershy 169 here, bringing to you We'll Never Forget by DJ Streamers. In this story, Sweetie Belle has become a rich and famous singer. But how did this all happen? Recap the memories of how she got her cutie mark and what led her to become the famous Sweetie Belle she is now. This is a sad tragedy story, and I haven't even started reading it, so let's just jump right in and see how amazingly awesome it's going to be. "Sweetie, you're on in an hour!" exclaimed a pony from behind an enormous curtain. "Okay, I'm getting my voice warmed up." "Sweetie Belle! Sweetie Belle!" The roar of the crowd made Sweetie Belle feel nervous. It was her first live concert outside of Canterlot, after all. "Oh, I don't know if I can go through with this," Sweetie Belle said nervously as she paced back and forth. "Come on, sweetie. You have to pull yourself together. Every pony's been waiting for this moment. Do it for the crowd, for your family, for—" She paused as she noticed a faint gleaming coming from the dressing room. Slowly, she trotted towards the dressing room and opened the door. The first thing that caught her eyes was a small picture frame that stood alone on her makeup desk, reflecting the light from a nearby lamp. Using her unicorn magic, she lifted it up and looked at it. "For us," she said in a soft voice, and a smile across her face. 6 years earlier. It was just another average day for the Cutie Mark Crusaders. They were off to find out who they were, but with no success as usual. "Geez, I'm starting to think we're never going to find out our cutie marks," said Scootaloo with a grunt. "Yeah, we've been trying our darndest for the past few months, and we ain't even come close to finding out who we are," added Apple Bloom. "What do you think, Sweetie Belle?" both ponies said at the same time. But Sweetie Belle was silent. She had been lost in her own train of thought. Scootaloo and Apple Bloom looked at her with confusion. Sweetie Belle, are you okay?" asked Scootaloo, only to be left with a long awkward silence from her. "Hello, Earth to Sweetie Belle," Apple Bloom said, waving her hoof in front of Sweetie Belle's face, bringing her back to reality. "Oh, sorry, girls. I was just thinking about what Twilight said a while back about—" Suddenly, she was cut short by Scootaloo as she noticed Rainbow Dash flying by. "Rainbow Dash! Hey, Rainbow Dash, wait up!" screamed Scootaloo as she raced towards her. "Come on, Sweetie Belle, we best catch him before we lose him," said Apple Bloom, taking Sweetie's hoofs in hers and galloping after Scootaloo. It was obvious that Rainbow Dash wanted nothing to do with him, especially her crazed #1 fan, Scootaloo. But Rainbow thought maybe, if she helped them now, they might leave her alone later on in the day. "So, what's up, Squirts?" said Rainbow with a forced grin. "Can you help us, Rainbow Dash? We've been trying to get our cutie marks for forever now, but we failed every time," Scootaloo pleaded. "Wow, I thought you girls would have gotten them by now," Rainbow mumbled under her breath. "What was that?" Scootaloo said with a smile, thinking Rainbow Dash mumbled something helpful. "Nothing," said Rainbow, quickly and nervously looking to the side. "Well, do you think you can help us or not?" Apple Bloom said suddenly. "Well, I think the best way to get your cutie marks is to do something awesome," Rainbow said with pride. "We tried that already, but it didn't work," Sweetie Belle cut in. "Well, if that's the case, then I can't help you," said Rainbow Dash as she quickly flew off. "That didn't go like I planned," Scootaloo said with a sigh, her ears sagging low. "Come on, let's go find some pony else who can help us," said Sweetie Belle. As the Cutie Mark Crusaders made their way down to Sugar Cube Corner, they noticed Pinkie Pie bouncing around like always. Sweetie Belle was the very first to approach the hyperactive pony. "Hey there, Pinkie Pie. I hope you don't mind us asking, but can you help us find our special talent so that we can get our cutie marks?" Pinkie began to giggle. "Oh, you three crack me up. Here, take this microphone. I'm sure you won't regret it," said Pinkie, pulling out a microphone from nowhere and giving the microphone to Sweetie Belle with her mouth. Using her magic, Sweetie Belle took the microphone from Pinkie's mouth. Thanks, I guess, but how's this going to—" Sweetie noticed that Pinkie Pie had already bounced off. "Use it wisely," Pinkie shouted in the distance. "You know, I really think there's something wrong with her," said Scootaloo. "I don't know. Maybe she isn't as crazy as she seems," Sweetie said, staring at the microphone. "I just feel like she did something really special. I'm not sure what it is, but I have this feeling." Apple Bloom and Scootaloo stared at Sweetie Belle. I think she caught Pinkie Pie's crazy, too, whispered Scootaloo to Apple Bloom, waving her hoof in a circular motion beside her ear. Apple Bloom and Scootaloo laughed uncontrollably. I'm being serious here, Sweetie said with a pout. Sweetie's friends still laughed at her until their sides hurt. Sorry, Sweetie. What were you wanting to tell us again? Said Scootaloo, catching her breath. Well, I remember when I was daydreaming earlier, said Sweetie Belle. Yep, you're looking off to space like Granny Smith when she fell asleep with her eyes open, responded Apple Bloom. Yeah, well, I remember that. What were you thinking about anyway, Sweetie Belle? Added Scootaloo. Sweetie Belle looked down at her microphone and spoke. Well, remember when we entered the talent show and made complete fools of ourselves? Said Sweetie Belle, still staring down at the microphone. How could I forget? Said Apple Bloom. Yeah, complete and total disaster, added Scootaloo. But remember when Twilight told us to embrace our natural talent to find out who we were? And silly enough, we thought that it was comedy. Yeah, but where are you going with this, Sweetie Belle? Asked Scootaloo. Sweetie Belle's eyes widened as she finally realized what Twilight meant by embracing their natural talent. Then she spoke as if she were speaking to herself. So instead of misguiding ourselves on what we think our talent is, we should embrace the talent that we already have to find out who we are, exclaimed Sweetie Belle as she ran off. Come on, girls, follow me! Sweetie Belle's voice echoed as Celestia's sun set in the horizon. Wait up, Sweetie Belle! Shouted Scootaloo as she and Apple Bloom chased after her. Let me get one thing straight. So you're saying we should be looking for a needle in the haystack when we already have the needle to begin with? Exactly, Sweetie Belle said with a smile. Where are we going anyway? Shouted Scootaloo once again. To the Cutie Mark Crusaders Clubhouse, said Sweetie Belle, galloping faster than she ever had before. The Cutie Mark Crusaders galloped until they reached their clubhouse. Sweetie Belle was the first one inside, while Apple Bloom and Scootaloo stood outside and caught their breaths. Come on, you two, hurry up! Sweetie Belle said, waving the hoof outside the clubhouse window. Suddenly, a wonderful melody from the angelic voice was heard from the window. I knew Sweetie Belle could sing, but this is just amazing, Scootaloo said in awe as she climbed into the clubhouse, followed by Apple Bloom. Sweetie Belle was standing on top of the table, holding the microphone to her mouth with her magic, singing like she had never sung in all of her filly life. Apple Bloom and Scootaloo watched and listened in awe as the night of singing went on. Sweetie Belle had never felt so alive. She knew that this was her talent, and she loved it. Wow, that was amazing, Sweetie Belle! Apple Bloom screamed in excitement as she jumped up and down. Scootaloo had become all teary-eyed due to Sweetie Belle's magnificent voice. Are you crying? I guess you're not a chicken anymore. But instead, a big baby, Sweetie Belle said and laughed and rolled on the hardwood floor. Oh, shut up. I'm not crying. I just got something in my eye, Scootaloo said with a smile, rubbing the tears from her eyes. Well, you know, it's getting really late now, so why don't y'all sleep over, said Apple Bloom. Sorry, but I can't. I was supposed to help Rarity pose for a new filly mannequin so that she could make clothes for fillies. And plus, she's probably worried sick about me being out so late, so I better hurry home, said Sweetie Belle as she made her way towards the door to the clubhouse. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, said Apple Bloom. Yeah, catch you later, Sweetie Belle,